But no, I just
Lil Spence,
little
like a rapper.
yeah.
It raps.
LIL Lil.
It just like you just start shaking it
Like
and
a
it
little
raps.
smoky.
That's the rap sounds. Oh my god. You know.
This was
So how's your week been?
So this is well, I talked about my wiener with beef, so there's that.
Oh god.
But let's go. I would like to shake things up on the weekly recap portion. I historically have gone last, and that's strictly because I was, aside from last week, I was always not here, so it was easier just to pass it off to you guys and then like hit me up for. So I would actually like to go first this week,
Oh, someone had
and then I'll pass it around to you guys so somebody else can go last this week. Not that it's a bad thing, but I just figured it's a little bit different. But so my week, my second full week back here in California. It's been nice to be back. It's better weather. I mean, we're going through this heat wave right now and stuff, but it's great to be back here and be with family, see friends, see people I haven't seen in a while. I'm working a little bit back at an old job, so I'm seeing friends and whatnot there that I hadn't seen for 5-6 months. Working there, seeing some regulars and stuff at work. That's great. That I have like a really good story actually from one of my regulars. So last year during this whole pandemic thing, July 1st, because he reminded me of it. Excuse me, July 1st, this guy was coming to sit at my table, and he said he was meeting a girl there. He's from Australia. He's a little bit older of a gentleman. And I was like, oh, okay, cool, whatever, man. And he's like, yeah, let me take a double Bombay Sapphire on the rocks. And so he got halfway through his second one, and she finally showed up.
It's getting
And
loose.
Yeah, and so he and I just been shooting the shit for a while, and we're having a great time. I wasn't all that busy, so it was fine. And so she showed up, and I'm like, wow, I gotta be honest. I'm like, I didn't actually think there was a woman like coming. Like we'd just been talking for so long. I kind of got to the feeling that he either got stood up or he was just saying that to be funny or something. And so they met. That was their first time ever meeting. She's also from Australia, and they both divorced and whatnot. I believe they're divorced, is what he said. But yeah, they came back. They had a great time. We joked and laughed. He said to me afterwards, they paid their bill and stuff, and he came in the restaurant and like looked for me, and he just said, hey, like thank you for making like tonight a great night. He's like, you did a great job. Like he's like, you're funny. You're like, you talk this and he had like really nice things to say to me, and he's like, I appreciate you making this like a fun time for us for being our first date. And I was like, yeah, absolutely, man. Hope to see you guys next time. Came back 2 weeks later, requested to sit with me, and had a great time again. Came back like the next week, sat with me, and I had him maybe 10 times before I then left the restaurant over the course of the next couple of months, And so we'd always catch up and talk. They came back in and asked for me when I was gone, and so he just thought, oh, well, he doesn't work here anymore. So the other
Then they
night
burned the place down.
yeah. And so that's how we got a ton of bad Yelp reviews from weird accounts written in Australian accents. So
Where's? Oh, I was about to say her name. Where's Coach?
yeah. They're like,
Guys
sure,
just naked running
no
around.
one here has that first name.
Yeah.
But so they happened to come in the other night, didn't ask for me, just by pure coincidence. Out of the four people that they could have sat with that night, they happened to be sat in my section.
It's like Cinderella.
Yeah, are they the slipper or am I the slipper?
Yeah, just the event's the slipper,
Oh, okay.
It just like it's like
just-
a perfect
it
puzzle
fits.
piece. Yeah. It's
They-
really
are they
it's
still
really
together?
Cool, yeah.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool because then we talked. I'm like, I hadn't seen him since October-ish because that was when like California restaurants went to takeout only for a while, and then I was gone. So yeah, I hadn't seen him since then, and it was great. It was great to catch up. And he goes, our 1 year anniversary is coming up, and he's like, you were there for our first meeting and our first date, and he's like, it's odd that you're here for like our first date back here in California for a while. They had been traveling across the U.S. for like work and for pleasure for a while, and so he's like, this is our first like date back here in California since we both got home, and he's like, it's odd that he's like, it's just really cool that you're like our server again, and we're sitting here talking with you right now. So you could tell that she was very appreciative of it. She liked it a lot, and she thought it was a great time, and it was great to talk with him, and he's always asked me like how I'm doing career wise and stuff, and he's been a great guy to talk to, and it was cool to catch up with them. And I was like, wow, this makes the job really fun and interesting at times when you have regulars. And I had some other people that I've seen that I had used to have regularly, and they saw that I was back, and they're like, "Oh, we can't wait to see you next time. Like, we'll sit at your table, talk with you for a little bit." So that was kind of like the biggest thing for my week, aside from going back to work.
Nice, man.
But
That's
that was
cool.
that was my biggest like recap, and it was pretty cool. It really made my night to be able to see him and talk to him. So
that's cool.